Hey. Just getting set up here. Oh, let's see. What's up, Christy? Sorry, I didn't even see the thing was on there. How are you? I'm looking at this Breanna Aguilera case, and they didn't even. This is their next door neighbor, and they didn't even interview her.
I am providing this statement on behalf of myself, and the State Department has not interviewed me or requested a statement.
On behalf of
The only thing generic email
is
sent to all residents of the 21
sent to
Real
all
apartment
residents of the 21 Real apartment complex.
complex.
Okay, hold on. What the fuck's going on? All right. So this was the apartment that Breanna Aguilera was partying at. This is the lady that lived next door. She's doing a press conference with the family's attorneys, and this is what she said. It's like 7 minutes long, I think.
On behalf of myself and my parents, in hopes that this is
Probably longer than that with this stupid fucking internet. Jesus Christ. Let's see if I can do it different. This shit's pissing me off already. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna do this. Okay, share this. No. Hold on. I'm a little slow in the brain, not the internet. I tried to load it on StreamYard, and it wasn't really working. So I'm just gonna share my screen and play the video that I have. Fucking buying all these fucking FOIAs. I should just go buy a new computer. Fuck these FOIAs. All right, here we go. This. now what the hell is happening. What the fuck, man? I don't understand what the fuck's going on. This shit's blowing my mind. It's like my shit don't recognize. I don't. God damn YouTube career is ready to be over before it starts. I don't got the patience for this shit. But I'll get it. Whether I'm in here talking to myself or whatever. I think it's because I'm doing vertical and horizontal streams at the same time. Should I pick? Oh, here we go. Hold up. Fucking computer catches up. And I'm not on point. I don't know. I just like the bitch.
Complex. I hope they listen to this statement and understand I am willing to cooperate in this investigation. I live at 21 Rio apartment complex on the 17th floor on November 28, 2025. My
Why is this?
at the time and
It's not even playing on my media player. That's the thing.
this information will assist with the investigation into the death of Breanna Aguilera. Till this date, Austin Police Department has not interviewed me or requested a statement. The only
I got an idea.
department is a generic email sent to all residents of the 21 Rio. I hope they listen to this statement and understand I am willing to cooperate in this investigation. I live at 21 Rio apartment complex. On November 28, 2025. My parents were visiting me at the time at the apartment.
My God.
All
right, fuck it.
My parents were visiting me. I was neighbors with her for around a year or so. My parents around 6 p.m.
Like caveman internet.
We enjoyed a lazy night together. Had it on my parents around 6 p.m.
I done clicked off that shit and it's still playing on my computer. Can y'all still see that?
Messages and social media that UT had won the game against UT. I feel a after party after what had happened in the previous games. He would usually throw some games as usual, so there's gonna be some noise. The walls of my apartment are thin.
After party
My
after
room is right next to my door.
my room
and
is
the
right
apartment faces
next to my door, and the apartment facing.
Okay, fuck that. I can't take it. So, what we're gonna do? Y'all just gonna have to listen to me read. I know. Can you hear me good though? No, I didn't know any. I don't know any of them. I tried OBS or OBM or whatever the hell that one is, and that one's ain't doing that. I ain't got time for all that shit. That's too many clicks and fucking whatever the shit. I ain't nope. I can check my email and make videos. What am I sharing? Oh, okay. Add it to the stage. This is just my notes. I wrote it down. Yeah, OBS is really hard. Excuse me. So, can you see that? Is that on screen? They got an attorney. For the family got an attorney because the the investigation they were saying. I mean, if you listen to this girl's interview, like you can go check it. It's the press conference. You can look it up. Gampies. No. How went like when? What like 80s, 90s? So you can look that up. What is it? Gampies. What is it? Like a restaurant? Yeah, I was in the 90s. I was 95. I was 10. I don't even think I was. I knew what Baltimore was when I was 10. Um, they found her phone in the woods. They said her last call was to her boyfriend on one of her sleeping friend's phones, but it was all fucked up. So this says Attorney Tony Busby continues to claim that Austin police has bungled the investigation into the death of Breanna Aguilera. Aguilera, a 19-year-old Texas A&M student, was found unresponsive near an Austin apartment. Found unresponsive. She was splattered on the son of a bitch in sidewalk. How did unresponsive? Come on. Sorry. Near an Austin apartment complex last November. Hours before the Texas. I thought it was after the game. I thought she was. Wow. Okay. Anyway, hours before the football game. Police said that she was declared dead that night at the Travis County Medical Examiner. However, Aguilera's family claims that the death wasn't a suicide and have questioned Austin's police methods. Excuse me. Busby said that the press conferences that the investigator worked over 200 hours on the case and found they would. And now her apartment is basically their balconies are next to each other, but there's a wall in between. You know what I mean? You can't really see the balcony. If you go on Google Earth, it's not the front of the building. You go in the back alley, like look in the back alley, and it's back there. That's where the room was. Witness who claims she overheard arguing and yelling from the apartment next door to hers, which is where the party was. Rodriguez says that at the press conference around 12:30 on Friday, she had heard several people yelling from the balcony of her apartment. She also said that Austin police have not interviewed her or asked her for her statement. The Busby accused police of not following through with his investigation into Aguilar's death and questioned the timeline provided by the police into how Aguilera died. People arguing and pacing back and forth. And then she described it as, it sounded like the scream you make when you drop something. Like she said, a family heirloom. Like if you drop something like a family heirloom, and that's how the scream sounded. So the families filed a lawsuit, all types of shit. This witness, the neighbor, said the police didn't even go into the apartment that Breanna fell from. And the renter of the apartment moved out like the next day. She left, and her parents came and got her shit out of the apartment. And I just can't believe that they never even went in. Cops never even went into the apartment. That's crazy. And it's another college town, another college, another police force wrapped up in a college campus. So I got the lawsuit. Can y'all see that? I just don't know how to see it. Okay, how the fuck? Shit. Excuse me. All right, I'm gonna have to bring it up so I can look at it while it's up there. So they're suing. I mean, they found her cell phone in the woods, and the police gave her cell phone and her keys to her car to her friend. Like her friend had possession of her car after the cops had it. It's crazy shit. And I did a FOIA. I FOIA requested the case file. And that, yeah, if you think Idaho 4 redacts, yeah, this shit. I'll show you this real quick before we get into the lawsuit. Oh shit. This is what they sent me when I requested the FOIA. Add to the stage. No, that's not what I want. Add this to the stage. Remove, add. Okay, this is the FOIA. And it blows my mind. It's coming to be a more than a coincidence that these cases in colleges get redacted. I mean, look, just scroll through real quick. Look, this is the on November 29th, 2025, officer suicide. Excuse me. So this is all redacted, body on the ground now. Upon arrival to the scene, I exited my patrol car and observed a blonde, white female wearing a red leather jacket lying face down perpendicular across the sidewalk. whatever the fuck this says. I got down on one knee, grabbed the female's left wrist to feel for a radial pulse. I mean, how? Why? I mean, Jesus Christ, 17 floors. At least he checked for a pulse. None of them fucking police in Moscow checked for pulses at all, period. None of them. Reached over to the right side of her neck to feel for a corduroy pulse. Bleep. Doctor declared her death. 056. Somebody was driving north on Rio Grande when he heard a loud thump. Wow. And then later contact the detectives. So then there's this. The narrative's all redacted. At least I didn't have to pay for this, though. Austin didn't make me pay nothing. They just gave it to me. But I did dispute the redactions and went above to the Attorney General. Sent a letter to them. So it's just other shit. Process the evidence. No follow-up. And that's it. So look at this. Where's the time of the call? Where the hell is the time of the call? Don't have a time of the call? The 911 call was at 12:46. He arrived on scene an hour later, an hour and 4 minutes later. Now, you get a call, 911. Hey, there's a splattered body on the street. We just mosey on over there an hour later. I'll get there. It sounds like the PD, Moscow. We'll review at our earliest convenience. That's crazy. Yeah, an hour of response time. That blows my mind. Sorry, I was clumping in your ear. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm just lucky I was live. I don't know why it wouldn't let me play that video, but yeah, this is the suit. Stephanie Rodriguez, Economics and Business Association. They're suing. Basically, they're suing. I forget the name. This I think. basically a bar for over serving her. Hey, Lucy. Beach Babe, mysterious. None of your 76. Uh, uh, defendants and for cause of action would respectfully show the court the following. Discovery is intended to be conducted under level 3 pursuant to rule whatever parties. So the mother and the father. I think it just said no. I don't know. Or it was blacked out. Let's see. You just want me to have to click on other pages so I can cuss more, huh? Let's search blood alcohol. Nope. Not in there. They said she got kicked out of the party for or not the party, but there was like a tailgate before the football game or during it or whatever. And she got kicked out. I don't know why. Only time I've ever been kicked out of places because I was too drunk, acting like an ass. So they're demanding that they preserve all the evidence. All right, here's the background. It is illegal to serve minors any amount of alcohol in the state of Texas. Isn't that everywhere? Not just the state of Texas. They ain't special. It's reckless and irresponsible to grossly overserve a group of minors. Excuse me. Sadly, that is exactly what the defendants did. It has become necessary to bring this suit because defendants' egregious illegal overserving of minors, which ultimately led to the death of a 19-year-old college student, Breanna Aguilera, which occurred on November 28th. Oh, I forgot that I'm supposed to move along. She traveled to Austin, Texas, enjoy the Hallmark SEC game. Several of her friends. Oops. Where was it? Traveled to Austin to see one another and spend time together at festivals surrounding the rival football game. She planned to attend the tailgate at the. Oh, okay. So this is the place that was overserving her. The tailgate was hosted by defendant based on present information and belief. Breanna purchased a ticket or was otherwise provided a ticket. And she was only 19, so she was definitely underage. Promoter which assisted in the hosting of the tailgate. According to witnesses, approximately 300 tickets were sold. Tailgate took place in a parking lot. Tailgate served alcohol for a large crowd, patrons. Approximately 6 p.m., Breanna arrived at the tailgate. According to witnesses, Breanna, amongst many others, was served alcoholic beverages. She was noticeably intoxicated. Breanna and her minor friends remained at the tailgate for several hours. During this time, defendants continued serving all of them alcohol. As Breanna consumed more alcohol, witnesses described her behavior shifting from upbeat to disoriented and ultimately grossly intoxicated. Breanna began to stumble at the tailgate and lose physical faculties. According to the police, she exhibited classic signs of intoxication. Well, did they check the blood alcohol? Based on present information and belief, witness had assist Breanna with walking home, standing at times. Eventually, she stumbled into the woods and lost her phone, all while suffering the incredible effects of too much alcohol for a 19-year-old. After becoming intoxicated, she left around 10. Security footage at the Rio captured several of her friends and her entering the building. Taking the elevator, Breanna intended to stay the night at the friend's apartment with several other girls. What happened to Breanna What happened after Breanna entered the apartment is still under investigation, but there is no doubt intoxication ultimately contributed to her demise around midnight of November 28, 2025. Breanna tragically fell 17 stories to her death. Breanna's senseless death is a direct result of defendants providing a minor with alcohol and overserving her to the point of extreme intoxication. Plaintiff brings this lawsuit for all damages available to them under the Texas law. Negligence for all defendants. Gross negligence. Damages. $1 million. Why the fuck isn't she suing the owner of the apartment? I guess there's more money in this rugby club. Damn. I really want to watch this fucking thing, man. All right, let's see how it's acting right now. I think she's suing. I mean, a lot of times, yes, of course, it's about the money. It's also information. You get to depose a lot of people. I mean, you get to, when you're deposing people for a civil trial, but I don't know. I'm just an idiot. What was I doing? I forgot. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I'm trying right now. I remembered. Thanks though. Where is it? I'm gonna try to play it on the like off the website instead of like not my video. God damn it. Excuse me. Press conference. All right, here we go. Oh shit. And
The stories just keep
Can you
coming
guys hear that?
over and over with the same refrain and the same theme, which is Austin Police Department, for whatever reason, does not thoroughly investigate. It's become routine for the Austin Police Department, and it's extremely troubling when you can't count on law enforcement to thoroughly investigate. We expect more.
No
You've
shit.
probably seen it as well. The spread of this misinformation is hurtful and harms legitimate wise.
Like syphilis.
One of the refrains that I've seen here recently is that Breanna was an alcoholic, which is the most ridiculous thing to think. She didn't engage in self-harm. She wasn't suicidal. She was acting pre-law society. She had plans for you. She wanted to of the effects of her apartment demonstrated very clearly that there was no suggestion whatsoever that this young woman contemplated hurting herself in any way. And frankly, there's nothing that's out there. It's very troubling. In most cases, it's page after page and stories on Facebook and Instagram that churn out false headlines for views and clicks. I'm sure you've seen them as well. So I would caution everyone to be careful what you read, and because most of the stuff that you see on Facebook and pure junk. It's been 30 days. That time, 25. We've engaged 2 different private investigation firms. The investigation firm of HRG Investigations even volunteered to take on this matter pro bono, and they've done a wonderful job of finding and interviewing witnesses and recovering data that we believe will be key to understanding what happened on that fateful night. Today we have with us Joel Gonzalez and Donovan Harmon of both of the
Sorry, got kicked off.
Abbreviated look at the facts. I'm going to introduce you to an individual who was in the
My
apartment
Wi-Fi was off the whole time.
immediately across the hall. She was in the apartment with her mother and
Using
her father.
smoke signals for internet.
And her rendition of what happened that night recalled, I put this in context because it's important to understand what the police have said. They said that the three individuals in the apartment didn't know where Breanna was. They hadn't seen her for hours. They didn't realize that she was missing until 12:14 and finally called the next day, afternoon of the next day. That's what these witnesses who were in that apartment said, okay? So let's make sure that this is all in context, that they hadn't seen her for hours and that they finally decided, because they couldn't find her, to finally call the police afternoon the very next day. I want you to compare that with what you're about to hear from Dana Rodriguez, who was in the apartment immediately across the hall with her mother and father. Her mother and father also consistently say the same thing that you're going to hear from Miss Rodriguez. Miss Rodriguez?
And they never interviewed this, the police never interviewed this woman.
Hello, my name is Dana Veronica Rodriguez. I am providing this statement on behalf of myself and my parents in hopes that this information will assist with the investigation into the death of Breanna Aguilera. Till this date, the Austin Police Department has not interviewed me or requested a statement. The only thing I have received from the Austin Police is a generic email. I hope they listen to this statement and understand I am willing to cooperate in this investigation. I live at 21 Rio apartment complex on the 17th floor on November time and staying at the apartment. Were visiting me at the time and staying at my apartment. I was neighbors with Natalie, Breanna Aguilera's friend. My front door faced her door. I believe I was neighbors with her for around a year. We like football, but my parents had it on the TV. I went back to my room after eating dinner and in the hallways I can hear everything and inside Natalie's apartment. So this isn't new to me. Before November 28, 2025, heard her having parties and other people over conversating inside that specific apartment. At approximately 11 p.m., I began hearing people entering Natalie's apartment. I made a comment saying, "Oh my gosh, it's so loud, I can hear the party from next door." After speaking with my boyfriend, I visited with my mom and took my dog Bear outside to use the restroom, but she didn't want to go. She wasn't cooperating with me. This was around midnight. I asked Mom if she can take Bear outside. And it was kind of weird that my dog didn't want to go outside because at around this time it wasn't really noisy. There wasn't a lot of people going in and out of our apartment. I think they were still at the tailgates or afters. This is the time that people were kind of just partying in their own apartments. I know the time was 12:15 a.m. because that's when I saw my mom returned with my dog Bear. And I also checked my phone when my mom entered the room. I tried to fall back to sleep in my room. My parents were trying to fall asleep in the living room in my apartment on an air mattress. They were arguing. I at Lee's apartment. The loud music then was phone, and this occurred side of the apartment. My mother commented to me, "Oh my gosh, they keep arguing. I think I'm about to go." Arguing on the balcony. God forbid. Eventually, the loud noises and arguments, screaming stopped. I could